How the fuck did I do that? What the fuck did I do? There we go. Buddy, what are you doing? What's going on? What's going on, buddy? Come on up. I don't know how you're gonna fit into this whole paper crane situation, but I'm willing to find out. Hi. I left myself a surprise Reese's in the bottom of this bag. What a treat. That past Sky. She sure does know a thing or two about stuff. This was the wrong way to grab this crane. I think this is probably long enough for this one. Let's actually count. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 17, 18, 19, 20. That's kind of perfect. Let's put him over here. I have no idea how long my first one is, but almost certain it's more than 20. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I want them to be slightly different lengths. I think I'm going to go count the one that I already hung up. I do have a number more to fold, so there will be 4 chains eventually. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 14, 15. I'm going to need to recount these. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's still too many. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is 15 in there. This is absurd. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, frick, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I guess 16 and 21. That one's 20. That's a fine distribution. I fucking lost count, man. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20's the wrong amount because I just did that one with 20. That is the extent with which I'm going to overthink it. The weird human urge to be perfectly random. It's a fatal flaw. It's not fatal, but I was specifically trying to not get candy on the coat. So, the issue, or rather, the major time sink so far for all these has been actually getting a knot big enough with regular thread. I probably should have just used yarn, but you know, hindsight. So what we're gonna try this time is to be slightly less dumb while we bring the pointy end of the needle in close proximity to our eye. Also, these nails are like fucking 30% Nerf. Let's see. I remembered I needed to fix my... Oh. I just need to talk louder, it turns out. That's fine. Hello, person, whoever you are. I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. This is not an official knot. This is not something I've ever done before. And I don't know how I just got that loop in there. That's fine, I guess. We're gonna put this through that, just because we can, right? Okay, so that accomplished nothing. Okay, so we have slid a bunch of loops onto the needle. This is not working out for me. Okay. That seems like... Oh, fuck. Well, this is a bit of a conundrum. I've successfully tied a knot, but it is tied around the needle. So if I cut it off the needle, it will no longer be a knot. So we're gonna... Not really sure what I thought was being accomplished here. Okay, so that didn't accomplish anything either. We're gonna just keep fucking doing the same thing over and over and hoping that that accomplishes something. I'm sure I very easily could have Googled good knots. But, you know, that would have been smart. Let's see what cutting that now just did. Okay. It looks like this might have accomplished something. We're going to try it. It's very difficult to see the knot on the backdrop of the black couch. So this is not the direction that the knot is supposed to go on, but it's a good way to test whether or not it will fall through. It's also a good time to mention that I don't need to be using these beads at all. This was an aesthetic choice, not a functional choice, and it has become the biggest pain in the ass of this project. Not big enough. Cool. So, there's no one watching right now, but that's fine. If anyone watches this retroactively. So, the reason that I'm doing this, I don't need to talk in detail about why I quit my job. The long of the short is I was in a toxic situation and HR wouldn't help me, so I left. But last year for Christmas, my dad got me this calendar that I don't remember what it's officially called, but it's like Vulgar Birds or something like that. And they all say stuff like, this one's hilarious because it was like in the month before I left. If only someone could have foreseen the consequences. If you only knew just how much bullshit I've had to deal with today. This was my very last day. This is the day that I went to pack my shit up from my offices and leave my laptop. After he still had on that shit. Wasn't really. This was the first day I was back in person in the office. This is a good one. I remain unconvinced by your bullshit. So, my dad got me this calendar, and I don't need a calendar at home, so I put it on my desk at work at the field office. And after a few days, I was like, I really want to, these are so funny and they're pretty, nicely drawn, etc. I don't want to just throw them out. So I decided that I was going to start making paper cranes out of all of the days that I was in the field office. And this was always the goal for them. And realistically, there would have only been one more month's worth of cranes, and I was only going to be at that field office 1 day a week because I was telecommuting 2 to 3 days a week and then being at a different office one day. So it's a shame that these birds are missing a few of their friends, but I feel like this is a good exercise of closure for me to these have just been sitting in this bowl, taking up space in my kitchen because I haven't gotten around to doing this project. It's been a week since I left. Still too fucking small. I mean, it's fine as long as you don't tug on it. A few more knots can't hurt. They've been sitting in this bowl, which is a mixing bowl, because I needed to use the bag I put them in, and they're delicate, so they can't just be put anywhere. They take up a lot of space, so they can't just be put anywhere. So, I think it's been a week since my last day, and I think stringing these up and putting these in my office, which is obviously not going to be my office for that job now, my home office, but it is going to be the space with which I cultivate my future. It is going to be the space with which I get back into sewing and reigniting my passions and finding my truest, happiest self again. So, I think having these there will be, I don't know. Like I said, they were always going to get strung. And they were always going to get hung in my office. But now they've got a little bit more of a melancholy backstory to them. Which is fine. We like melancholy. I mean, look at me. Of course we like melancholy. I'm going to decide that this is adequate. It's gonna have to do. Hopefully no one goes tugging on my crane strings. That would be very rude behavior. Although the longest one is almost certainly accessible by my cat if he decides to stand on my desk. So this is the process. I also have a needle threader, but practicing with these nails particularly is helpful. So I guess I'll mention a little bit. I don't want to like publicly put out what happened with my job on the internet because that's probably not wise, but I feel like this video and this explanation would not be complete without me talking about what it meant to me. And how remarkable it is that I'm doing okay right now. I was with this job for 2.5 years. I thought that it was going to be my career. It helped me buy a house. It got me to a place where I finally felt like an adult. And most importantly, the work that I did was incredible. I would go out into streams and take water samples and bug samples. And I got to visit so many beautiful places through this work. And based off of the way that we did our sampling, by the end of this year, I had seen half of the state, because we do the entire state every 5 years. So I was really excited about that milestone. And like earlier this season, when I realized that, or rather at the beginning of the season, when I realized that this would be the halfway point for me, I didn't think that, like, I could not have possibly conceived that I would not have gotten to see the second half of the cycle. And it's frankly heartbreaking. I really wanted to. There were some beautiful places that I didn't get to visit, that I didn't get to learn about, that I'm just gonna have to learn about myself if they're worth learning about. But I don't know. I really, really loved the work that I did. It felt like I was fighting the good fight. Like, I wasn't just sitting at a desk. I was doing something that actually mattered, that was helping save the world or whatever. But, you know, this is not the only avenue for me to save the world. And, like, I was working on a project that got canned anyways to kill less bugs when we did bug sampling, because there are certain species that you can identify down to the species level in the field with either the naked eye or a hand lens. And it's like, if you can identify them down to species, why kill the animal? It's just, you know, there is no point to it. And like, I was trying to make change in that way, but I don't know how much change I was really making in the grand scheme of things. And the change that it was making on me and my life was very negative. And I don't know, I'm kind of rambling. I've lost any semblance of a point at this point, but I don't know. I've had the chance to mourn. I already mourned this loss like a month ago at this point, but it's still really sad. Like, I really thought that this shit was gonna be my life. So here I am, taking these paper cranes that represent a day each, and stabbing them with a needle and thread, and making sure they're properly spaced and dangle nicely. There's one that's the day that we closed on the house that I put somewhere else. It was special, so I, you know, put like hearts and stuff all over it so I could identify it. And I never like put it in with the pile of all the rest of the cranes. I put it somewhere else when I packed my office shit, which I still haven't unpacked the rest of. And I have no idea where it is. I'm not sure if it should be a part of these strings. I think it should be. But I'd have to find it for that to happen. So, I don't know. When I started doing this tonight, it was kind of just not even a craft to keep me busy. It was a chore that I had on my plate just to, get this bowl of paper cranes out of my kitchen. But I didn't really start. Let me back that up. I started feeling melancholy before I started streaming it and talking about it, but the melancholy didn't really become something identifiable until I started talking about it. I've realized that I'm one of those people that doesn't have an internal monologue, and this is this experience that I'm going through right now, where the feelings became more real once I started adding language to them, is I don't experience the world in language. Like, my brain processes things with feelings and imagery. And I've been working on this thing over the last month where when I feel negative emotions, instead of running away from them, I let myself feel them. And I process, and I digest, and I figure out if there's something that I should be doing, something that I need to do, or if I just need to accept it. And every time I go through that cycle, it's very healing, very cathartic, and every time I do it, I grow a lot. And I haven't been doing as much of it over the last 2 weeks. And I need to do more, so I guess I kind of like accidentally therapied myself by just randomly starting to talk about this, which is cool because I needed it. I definitely feel better. It sucks that this happened, but I still have these cranes. I still have dead bugs in jars on my desk. I still have all of the knowledge, all of the memories. All of the beautiful places that I visited cannot be taken from me. And that's the important part. And if I didn't go through all of this, the good and the bad, I wouldn't have been able to find whatever's next. And I'm really excited for that. I need to be a little bit more active in seeking it. Since I left, this last week was my first full week off. It's really the first time I haven't had a job since I graduated college in 2021. So I just kind of wanted to be a bum for a little bit. And it's been fun. It's been good. It was definitely some much needed rest. But it's time to start searching for the next path. I went to Joann Fabrics earlier today to get some Christmas shit, and in the last 2 weeks I've just wanted to go there. I haven't started sewing again yet because I've been playing a lot of Skyrim. And then when I'm not playing Skyrim, I'm doing house stuff because there's still a lot of shit that we have to do here. Painted my office. Where the fuck was I going with that? Oh, I've been wanting to go to Joann's even though I don't have an active project, just because, I don't know, the thrill of shopping for a new project is exhilarating. And the thought occurred to me while I went there today. I could work here. I could work here part-time. which is all I really want to do if I'm not building a career anyways, because that's all I really need to do. I could work here, and I could get a discount. I could get a discount on fabric, and I could like stock crafting shit and cut fabric for people, which would be a totally fine way to spend my time. But the only position that's open near me is a district manager, which I am qualified for but do not want to do. So, that fantasy's over. Maybe I don't really want to work at Michael's. I want to work at Joann's because Joann's is so much better. And I guess if I didn't just say that out loud on a stream, I probably could have applied to Michael's and seen if any craft store would take me, but you know, there's a lesson in everything, and there's light and dark in everything, and I definitely don't want to work at the inferior craft store. I mean, who would? Can you blame a girl? Thanks for listening. I feel a lot better now. It's just, I don't know, I thought, like, I named the title of the stream what I'm doing, but doing a lot of shit posty titles anyways, so without explaining it, there really isn't any gravity whatsoever. And this is honestly something with a lot of gravity for me. Tomorrow I'm going to get the kitchen put together. There's a few boxes. There's a few boxes. There's a few boxes that I wanted to unpack that I haven't unpacked yet. That I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take the painter's tape off, and then maybe I'll get some spice racks. Start designing the floating island because we've been using the portable dishwasher as a floating island anyways, so having a nice larger space that's actually for that would be ideal. Very cutesy, very demure, as the kids say. I would also like to note that I stress myself the fuck out about perfect randomness. I think I said this to a lesser extent on this stream already, but I'm like sitting here choosing the colors specifically so they don't appear to have a pattern. But by doing that, you're introducing human bias, and they are not actually random by nature. They are your human perception of random, which is not random. They've actually done like studies on that. Because random distribution is really important in science, and the human brain will see a like erratic pattern more faithfully as random than like true statistical randomness, because sometimes things get bunched closer than they should in true statistical randomness. And I pierced through the hole on this. I've been trying to avoid that. But I think the lesson with the random stress is acceptance. And acceptance is a very important thing that is very hard for a lot of people, myself included. Okay, I'm very much a proponent of fake it till you make it. I used to be a very angry, very insecure person, and I kind of just like bullshitted my way out of being angry and insecure. And it works. I highly recommend it. So, I've been faking it till you make it in terms of not giving a fuck. And I think I'm potentially internalizing it in the wrong places. But, and we get better with practice. We get better by making mistakes and learning from them. Also, a bunch of these are like crispy and stained, like this one. Huh. It does not want to focus. Some of them I think I spilled coffee on, but I think some of them other people spilled shit on while I was gone. People were using my desk. Which, yeah. I could be angry about, but it's just another part of the memory that I can be affectionate about. Oh, I didn't even think about this. Oh my gosh, there's so much fucking symbolism incoming. So with this next one, I only have 3 of the cranes made, so I'm actually gonna have to stop stringing cranes to fold them, which is kind of annoying, but also fine. This one's a little crispy too. It's fine. Back. They're all just happy little accidents. Krispy Kremes. It's like the medieval version of Krispy Kreme. And it's just fucking overcooked waterfowl. Now, as this is a joke, the greatest band that ever lived, Dayseeker, has said, the worst is yet to come. Whoa-oh. So I also forgot that I wanted to try to do like grafted on that with this one. So I don't think there's any way I'm going to be able to capture this well with the webcam, but we're going to try. So we thread the needle. And then there's this trick when you're hand sewing. You're supposed to like put the thread on like this, and then you twist around like 3 times, and then you smush it between your fingers, and then you pull the needle through. If I can actually fucking grab it. Don't usually need to grab it. So you get a little knot, which, in hindsight, has accomplished essentially nothing. So we're gonna do it a few more times, and then try to like tie. What the fuck did I do there? And then we're gonna try to like tie the new thread around it to see if that makes this quicker. Oh. Okay. Okay. With just 2 knots, we started off with a slightly bigger knot, so we'll see how that goes. Now we're gonna fold 1,000,000 fucking paper cranes. It's not 1,000,000, it's like 15, but it's still annoying. But the bowl's finally empty. I can finally use it for mixing things now. I need a flat surface to do this work. Don't judge me. I need to clean this thing very badly, but it is better than nothing. So we're gonna assembly line this shit, essentially. It's fucking exhausting. My legs crossed for too long. So I'm also not going to be as delicate about this as I really would prefer to be. So we fold a triangle. I guess this becomes a paper crane folding class now. Then we fold another triangle. Then we trim the excess off. Annoying. Also, these are fabric scissors and I'm ruining them by doing this. It's fine. Then we're going to fold our triangles in half. And ideally this will create something that makes it easier for us to do pulling. Otherwise, you would have to do a whole bunch of other like preparation folds to make this paper crane. So you have the outside folded in this triangle. I don't know how many of the folds you can see. You really can't. This fucking webcam cost fucking $10 like 5 years ago. And then you pop it in. And then you just fold these boys inwards and down. Until you have this nice little sandwich boy. Like this. He opens like this. That's what all of these are. I already did that to these. This is the next step. So after you get him into this little papery guy, you take this corner and you fold it in like this one, and you do it to all four sides. You just fold it into the center line, which, by the way, like everything else, these nails make this fucking harder to do. But I've folded a paper crane or two in my life, and these nails will not stop me. Alright, this is what it's supposed to look like once you've got them all folded in. And then you take the little triangle-y part on top and you fold it down so it looks like that. And then you take the folds that you just made on the step before, you open them up, and then you fully fold this outwards like this. And you smooth it backwards, and then press it down, so it looks like this. This is what it looked like before. You can't fucking see shit. And this is what it looks like now. And then you just do the same thing on the other side, where you fold your little triangle flap down, you open them up, and then you open the boat, you press it down. Now you have it like that on both sides. And then with the part that can walk facing downwards, you take those corners and you fold them in. Like such. And then, just like last time, you do it to all four of those corners. Now, the part where the nails being a problem really kicks in. I do not have the dexterity I need for this fold. This paper is starting to get thicker. That's right, she's a multifaceted woman. She can do science, she can fold cranes, she can make clothes. I would like to see statistics of how many people in 2024 can make their own clothing. So once you have them all folded in, it'll look like that. Can't see shit on that side because it's overexposed. And then you take these guys and you fold them down. So now it looks like that. And then you take these open and fold them out. You don't really need to crease those down because all you're doing now is taking these flaps, folding them upwards, pick which side you want to be the head, and fold the tip of it down like so. And then take the other end and fold it up like so. And then you take it back and fold the way it is. This is bad because I have the dexterity of a fucking animal without opposable thumbs currently. And then you kind of just like crease this in place, and I like to fold it out a little bit. You don't need to though. And then once he's got the posture, you take his wings, you pull him apart, and you blow into his butthole. And that is an overexposed paper crane. And we've got like fucking 15 more of them to make. Back into the bowl with you. And this is the part where I assembly line them. Also, strategy. I should read all these off as I do this. I like to not trim the side with the bird on it, just for record. This is October 22nd, and it says, just as I suspected, dumb fucks. Nicely said, Mr. Hawk. Unsurprisingly enough, this goes a little bit faster when you don't stop and talk about it. Now, also when you do the little folding method, sometimes it's helpful to go in and fix the straight lines. Thursday, October 10th. I heard that you were a dumbass, but this is ridiculous. True. Read into that what you will. You will see messages in everything when you are looking for them. Hi, buddy. Mao is damn right. Thank you for saying that. I love family. It's good. What doing, buddy? Just doing weird cat shit. That's okay. Realizing that I'm just straight up not watching what I have on in the background, I might as well be listening to music. Monday, September 30th. Whose bright idea was this shit? this process is definitely something I symbolically need for closure, but I didn't think about that until I started doing it. I just kind of thought of it as a chore. I made a lot of friends recently, and if you ask any of those friends, now I keep describing it as annoying, but no one else called it annoying, where, you know, there's lessons in everything. Why am I making fun of myself for trying to find growth in every experience that I encounter? Why am I doing that? That's silly. Funny business. Tomfoolery. Unnecessary is what it is. The continuation of years of the habit of self-depreciation as a way of coping with a hostile world. Monday, August 26th. I am truly honored that you have chosen to share this bullshit with me. That's a nice one. I think I'm technically allowed to play music in the background because I'm not monetized, but I also think that this microphone's bad enough that you probably can't hear it, which is ideal. It's getting harder to pretend that I'm okay, and there's a constant reminder being drilled into my brain. I still believe in happiness, and I want to find a way, but lately my whole world is being swallowed by the gray. There's comfort in the quiet solitude of rainy days. I've got my sadness to a science, all I can do is hope for change. Wait, there's a music video for this? I literally didn't even look up that entire fucking time. Silly. I didn't know there was a music video for this either. Oh man. This is a beautifully weird music video. Monday, September 16th. Just fuck off, bro. Every time you come around. Man, that kid's going on a trip. I can tell you were sleeping, you answered. No. Bro. I'll be alright. Ooh, that one was fucking smooth. She's perfect. This is so. I'm streaming if you haven't figured that out already. Tuesday, September 3rd. If only someone could have foreseen these consequences. I don't remember what happened this day, but I remember this feeling very pertinent. And it was soothing to read. Where was I September 3rd? Who the fuck knows? I love this music video. Useless. Oh, this is going so much faster than I thought it would. I didn't even intentionally put the last day that I was there in the bottom of the pile, but I love that it ended up there. Wednesday, October 23rd. I think it's the last day I was in office before I took medical leave. If you only knew how much bullshit I've had to deal with today. Also very soon. Also love this music video. I think what really defines a bitchin' band, like, obviously they have to make good music, but like fun music videos are fucking everything for me. And this music video is so fun. Just crashed my car, and it got me thinking of you.
braids in my hair.